Hey, hello, how's it going? Welcome back. You know, we're back to a normal video, kind of, maybe. I don't know. I don't really have much to do because the new jammies didn't come in. And I don't want to weld V-bands to these crusty ones right now because homie sent me some friggin' crispy ones. I'm going to put the nice V-bands on the nice manifolds. You know, they're going to rust eventually. I'm aware of that. But I don't want to do it right now. It's like a dead mix, and I did not expect this. I thought everyone was just going to tell me to go the most expensive route and spend $1,000 on rods and pistons, this and that. But it's like half and half. So I'll do half. Instead of doing the bottom end right now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a little bit of a thicker head gasket, probably a Cometic. I think they're the only ones. You can use H22 head gaskets, but I've heard mixed things, so I'm going to buy an F20B head gasket specifically for the 85mm bore instead of the 87 that comes in the H22. So my thing is, if I bump the compression down just a little bit, it'll be a little bit more, just that little bit more safer. So more safer. Ugh, hate it. Okay, we're back. Now I'm going to go over here, take the turbo, put it somewhere else, take this, put it somewhere else, take this, put it somewhere else, probably up there, I don't know, or behind the car. I'm going to get the car on, I don't know if I just need to do the front jack stands. I got to take the headers off, so I'll probably do 4 jack stands, to be honest, because the headers, the downpipe, it's a bitch to get underneath there. I don't have space, you know, so I'm going to jack this thing up, and yeah. How's it going? So basically what I did here, alright, so front of my car comes off extendo, quick release, you already know the deal. The front of the car comes off mint, alright, it's not like you damn Honda boys that have to freaking drill holes and put bolts. Alright, my shit's stock, carbon composite, radiator support comes off. Very good. My Honda's radiator support doesn't, is what I'm complaining about. But this, okay, now we can see, boom, all the things, the damn thing can go anywhere it wants over here, right? You can put it in any damn orientation, very much easier. Okay, so I'll put this over here. Achievable. Yeah, there's room for a downpipe in there, I tell you what. It's gonna have to make some turns, but we got it. Probably put a 4-inch in there if I really wanted to. 3 is where we'll stay. Alright, so clearly got the car jacked up. You didn't see that last clip right there, so car's jacked up. I got about 346 feet to the door. I got plenty of room to work, about 93 feet until my other car. So now, what else did I do? Oh, I took the sensors off, like I unplugged some sensors, took the coil packs off. If anyone by any chance, before I forget, because I keep meaning to say this on video, and I keep freaking forgetting. If anyone happens to have one LS2 coil pack, just one, maybe 2 in case one of them is bunk, let me know so I can use my other 3 on the other side and not these freaking truck coils. It's nice to have those for spares, yeah, but like these look so much better. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna have to drain a little oil out of this thing so I can get the dipstick out. And once I can get the dipstick out, that means I can get these here headers out. Let me drain some oil, remove that dipstick, and try to get these headers out. This side I know I can get out really easy, but this side it's like I kind of have to pull it forward. I might even have to undo the power steering. I'm not sure, but I might be able to get around that. But this I'm definitely not going to be able to get around. It's a bitch. It's okay though, because when it's boosted, I'm only going to have one downpipe and it's going to go right. Look at that. Now you guys can see. See that? There's room. There is room for a downpipe. Alright? I don't want to hear this bullshit. Talk about put it out the hood. No. Put it out the fender. Absolutely not. Put it out the bumper. Oh, God, no. Extra no. Double extra. All of that just sounds like the worst idea ever. I will never, ever, 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 ever have a fender or bumper dump anything. I hate that shit. I will, however, only have a wastegate out the hood. Alright, that's it. Little tiny wastegate hole. And that's only because I like this little billet thing, you know. Nice little, look, I got that shit centered all nice. Look at that. Alright, that's an exception. My wastegate dump is dope on that. There should never be a massive hole in your hood unless you have like an actual race car. Or you're like, if you're like ironically doing it for rice, like that's another thing. But like I just, no. Bumper, fender, hood, absolutely not an option. Boosted LS in a Z, first in the world, out the damn back. Unless A21 Bravo does it before me. Shout out to him because I've been checking out his and he wants to twin turbo his. Which is going to be a little complicated because the twin turbos, this side, I'm sure he'll have no problem getting a downpipe on this side. But this side's a bitch. This side's going to have to have a lot of shit done with it because the steering rack's there. His engine sits differently than mine, but I don't know, like that freaking... There's a lot of shit on that side. Might have to go double into one and then back on this side. Or out the hood because he doesn't really give a shit, but he's trying to do it out the back as well. Alright guys, so here, this is a 4-inch pipe, I believe. This is Ronnie's. I'm using it just to you know, do a little test, if you will. So basically his entire exhaust is made up of this on his JZ. And he's like, oh dude, we gotta make the downpipe like... I said, yo, can we run a 3-inch downpipe? And he's like, yeah, your turbo's outlet is a 3-inch. I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, oh, I wanna make it as big as possible. But, I mean, I have no problem running a 3-inch. But, for, you know, just an idea, I'm just going to go ahead and shove this whole 4-inch pipe through here and, you know, see what the big deal is. Why no one with LS swap Zs that are boosted runs the damn shit out the back. Maybe they have a different kit. I'm pretty sure the Sicky kit sits higher, so it should have more clearance than the ISR kit. Because the ISR kit is meant to be as low in back as possible. It does give you some adjustment with the motor mounts, like tracks, but anyways, 4-inch pipe, it's freaking massive. Look at this thing, like, big old jammy. So I'm just gonna go ahead and spear this through. Weird. Why? Alright, so this is, you know, with no pie cuts and nothing. And the starter's still there. Clear, obviously I'd have to move the wires that go to the starter like farther up, like move the bolt and then tighten it down with the wires going that way instead of this way. But, I mean, it's there. I guess. Like, it's not the worst. And that's a 4-inch, so I honestly, to be quite frank, I think it's just more along the lines of like, people are like, yeah, I want to boost my LS swap Z or my LS swap car. It's not even just Z's. 350Zs, 300ZX, or whatever. Any kind of car that an LS doesn't come in that has a tight engine bay or an engine bay that looks tight. People are like, all right, I'm gonna put LS in it. Okay, now I'm going to boost it, and now they're like out of money, or they're just frustrated and they hate their lives because they decided to swap their car and now are regretting it because they're like, oh yeah, LS swap, super easy, super cheap, and then, you know, all these thousands of dollars later, and they're just like, and they run into that last problem after they put the turbo on, they're like, shit, I didn't make room for a downpipe. Alright, go out the hood, go out the fender, go... What I usually see is the turbos here with the cold side facing this way and the hot side facing this way, and they just have a pipe that goes down and then out right in front of the tire. That's like the most common that I have seen. If you guys have seen anything else, I've seen other things like out both sides if they're twin turbo, or like out the hood. I've never seen a fender exit on a Z, probably because the fender, if you look at it, is like over the wheel. So I mean, yeah, I guess if you're completely stock height, or you just run your shit like up through this and then through your frame on this side and then out your fender. But if I ever saw that, I'd be like actually pretty upset that someone went through their frame and battery box to have a fender exit, like the ugliest one. I think fender and bumper are equal for ugliness. I don't know. But look at this massive freaking 4-inch pipe that fits beautifully. Look, it even has some wiggle room. Look at that. There's room to wiggle around. Woo! I also want to like chop this off. Like anything that isn't exactly like this. Like if you can see, like, see where this line is? I want to chop all that off. Just like that extra centimeter will probably do us some good. But I mean, shit is looking freaking up. It's about the limit of what I can do today. So yeah, you know, cleaned up my area. I'm honestly surprised that like there's enough room to work comfortably here. I know I said it multiple times, but like now that I'm doing it, it's just like it's such not a big deal that like it's fine. Like I jacked up the car fine. There's plenty of room to jack it up on both sides. Work under, above it. There's still freaking room to the top of here. Like everything is pretty damn good. For the people that said the turbo is small, look at it compared to the engine. What do you mean? Anyways, she's pretty much prepped. This got done in like a couple hours. It's not that big of a deal. The biggest part is just fabricating, and for the cooling, I think that's like the second biggest deal I want to say. So if anyone has a like one of those like Civic like half radiators, but like a dual pass or a triple pass, ideally I think it'd be sick to get 2 triple pass Civic radiators and weld them together so they're like that thick. So if anyone has one that they want to send out that's just freaking laying around, let me know. If not, I'm gonna have to turn to eBay, but if anyone does have one, it'll make shit go faster for me, so definitely let me know, especially if you're local. I'm gonna end it there before it gets too long. Try to make the video as short as possible. Like I said, because I know it's not super involved, but I do want to document the whole process. Obviously, not that many people. A lot of people are LS swapping their Zs, and a lot of people are turboing their Zs, VQ or Vortec or ProCharger or whatever, or still in Supercharger, which I don't like, but not many people. That's why I say not many, because A21 Bravo is also doing this, only he's doing twin turbo, and he did like a super budget LS swap. I think he said it cost him like $6 grand or something like that. So if you want to go check him out, I'll leave his shit on the screen right here. Definitely go check him out. His channel's dope. Has turbo LS stuff, twin turbo LSZs, you know, in the works. But yeah. Anyways, again, I said before the video gets long and then rant it out, but it's okay because I gave a shout out. Shout out A21 Bravo. But I'm gonna end it there, guys. All right, good enough progress for today. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. Stay tuned for more Z shit and Z content and Z turbo stuff and Prelude turbo stuff. Don't worry, this thing's getting done soon too. I don't know if you guys realize how shitty of a daily I have, but this thing will be tuned very soon. I just really want to do a head gasket on it, but I'll see you guys next time. Again, friggin' peace out.